Welcome back to the channel of the Windsurf Coach. It's great to have you back on the channel. Today I'm gonna take you along on the first ever edition of the Battle of the Beaches. The Battle of the Beaches is a downwind slalom for wingfoilers. I've never done it before, so it should be fun. A very good morning, it's October 1st, Sunday morning, and I'm ready for the Battle of the Beaches. As you can see by all the gear on the beach, the Battle of the Beaches is all about the wingfoiling. And to be more specific, it's a downwind slalom fun race. We're gonna start with a 3-minute start procedure. That means we'll be counting down for the start. And at the starting line, you will go to the first mark. It's slightly downwind, round it to the second, the third, and then to the finish line. The race itself will last for about 5, maybe 10 minutes, depending on how fast you are. It's a fun race, so everybody can join. Of course, the pros will be leading the pack, but you will have your own battles at your own level. I just arrived at the location. Here is where we're gonna start racing. As you can see, the sun is shining and the wind also just arrived, so we're ready to race. It's still early, but there are already a few competitors checking out the conditions. The wind is light, so I'm gonna take my 6.0 with my 1050 front wing. It's actually a free race front wing, so not that fast, but it gets me up flying pretty early. Organization is in the hands of WingXperience and the VandenBergSurf shops. The race crew is meeting early in the morning to make sure everything will run smoothly. They consist of volunteers, the race crew itself, and of course the support from WingXperience and VandenBergSurf shops.
Ja, kan ik mijn last minute inschrijven?
Oh ja hoor. Is er nou?
After registration you get a goodie bag with some really nice goodies, I can tell you.
Ja, ik zou gewoon eerst even het slalomkoers uitleggen, daarna zou ik laten weten hoe het gaat met punten, hoeveel minuten we gaan starten en de startprocedure ga ik natuurlijk ook even uitleggen hoe we dat precies gaan doen.
GoPro mounted, check, let's go! I'm gonna take you along on my first heat. It's a bit light wind, but it's gonna be fun. As the wind is fairly light and I'm using my free race front wing, I'm not that fast, so I want the shortest line from the starting line to the first mark. That means I'm gonna start at the pin end. That's where the buoy is, not the boat. So let's head out for that buoy, and I see I'm a bit early, so I have to slow down. That's the last thing you want to do if the wind is really light. Just before the horn sounded, I just couldn't keep it flying anymore at that low speed. But if I would have maintained my speed, I would have been over early and disqualified. The only thing I can do right now is hope for a little gust that can get me back onto the foil again, so I can do some catching up. But hey, I'm lost anyway at this point, so I've nothing to lose, and there will be more races today. The Battle of the Beaches, the first round is done. At this moment the race crew is rescheduling all the heat assignments, so I have to check in which heat I will be racing for the next round. It's a great moment to catch up with some of your friends and to have a little bite or something to drink before we head out for the next round. Round 2, let's make it a good start. That was the horn for the countdown. It's a 3-minute countdown until the start of the race. I want to hit the start line at full speed at 0 seconds. Even though my previous start was a disaster, I still had fun catching up. But now I want to make a really nice, clean start. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sail out, get back to the starting line, pass the starting line, turn around and pick up speed to hit that starting line at full speed. Everybody is preparing for the start in his own way. A quick check for the distance of the starting buoy, and my watch tells me it's time for the final turn and to pick up some speed. On the right side you can see the orange starting buoy, on the left side the starting boat, that's the starting line. I'm just 1 second late, but still the first to pass the starting line. I needed a good start as I'm still on my free race foil and the others are racing on race foils, so I'm a sitting duck and I need to start good and I need to put in some good jibes. I would have liked to have my race foil right now as the wind has picked up quite a bit, but hey, it's what it is, so let's put that hammer down and squeeze the maximum speed out of this foil and get those jibes in. Touching down doesn't help. I'm gonna take the inside line to hold Michael with the blue wing off as long as possible here. Although my speed on my F4 free race wing isn't that bad, it's still no match for the race foils around me. The plan for right now is to hold off the pack behind me and hope for some mistakes from the three leading the race at this moment. I'm gonna take a tight line around the second mark to gain a little bit of ground. Yikes, that was a little too tight. Oh, let's try to keep that balance and don't turn back. I'm afraid I was a bit too eager. That definitely wasn't part of the plan. At this moment the only thing I can do is try to minimize the damage and go for it. This little mistake will cost me another 2 places and the other guys with racing foils are closing in. I started first, now slowly dropped down the field and I'm currently in the 6th position in a heat with 15 competitors. But the race isn't over until it's over. Let's hit the overtake button and let's go for it. Hey, is that Oliver going down at the last mark? Okay, that's an easy win for me. Let's go. Head for that finish and oh shoot. Let's see what happened there. When changing the grip to the upper hand grip, the boom just slid out of my fingers. Oy. How to ruin a good start with stupid mistakes. Part 2. I just got back from a 7th to a 4th position, but will now be dropping back again. This definitely is not my heat. But hey, that's racing. You make mistakes, learn to live with it, have a lot of fun and never give up. Try to find the next battle and just go for it. I have a feeling this battle is gonna go all the way to the finish line. So may the fastest winger win this battle. I'm afraid I wasn't the fastest this time on my free race foil, but I had a lot of fun and that's what it's all about. Time to relax, watch the other heats before we go for another round. At the end of the day, we've all been racing, having fun, socializing, and now we're really hungry and thirsty. So let's pack up our gear, get into something comfortable and head for the after party. But before we can fill our stomachs, we first have to do the prize giving. We've been racing hard on the water and in the end, the best men and women came out on top. For this evening the chef has fish, meat and vegetarian on the menu, so for everyone there is something out there. Is there a better way to end a day like this? We had a really great day for the first edition of the Battle of the Beaches. We had wind, we had sun, the temperatures were really nice, so it was perfect. There were really nice battles, close battles. It was really exciting until the finish line, who would go first or second. In between the races there was enough time to socialize before you would head out for your next race. And at the end of the day, the barbecue with the setting sun, it was amazing. I do hope you liked this video about the Battle of the Beaches. If you do, please leave a like and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel of the Windsurf Coach so you don't have to miss out on any of the action. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. See you on the water.